What's up, everybody? I'm so glad you've been joining me on all these different journeys we've been on episode 1. Who can forget Oliver from Germany? Episode 2 was a trip. And then there was episode 3. Episode 4 wasn't no slouch either. Episode 5 blew their minds. And now, even though I feel like killing myself on the regular, let's get into episode 6. You guys, I have to say I was in a foul mood, but my mood has just picked up considerably because we have a new bevy of sound effects. I want to press one, but I have to get acquainted with where they are right now. Here we go. Now, the savvy listener knows that is not a new one, but that's a good old-fashioned applause just to convey generalized excitement. I'm excited to get into the show today. I had crazy coffee that someone gave me in Tacoma over the weekend after a show. Should I have drank something from a stranger that potentially was poison? Possibly not. But you know what? If I'm going to die because I trust others, let me go down. Honestly, as I've made abundantly clear, I'm ready to die regardless. So if it's via eating peanut butter and chocolate Rice Krispie treats from a student at a college show or coffee from some guy in Seattle, why not? Why not? All right. So I have some fun topics for today. Very curious to take the temp of the callers. Is there any evolution happening with these calls? What is the meaning of life, etc.? Let's see. Let's take a call.
From
Earl.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew, what is the purpose of life? Help me.
Oh, that's a tough one, Chelsea. I don't know. What do you think? What's been going on?
I mean, I am struggling. I'm lost. I really don't know how to be an adult sometimes, I feel. Like, do you pay your taxes?
I do. I don't like to, but, I mean, my dad still helps me out with that. Is that okay?
Yeah, well, that's that's totally okay. That's how I just feel like, how does anyone do their taxes? Does everyone?
I don't know. It's so complicated.
It's so hard, and I make this point on stage sometimes, but it's like people are so dumb that I encounter on a regular basis. I feel like I'm relatively smart. I could not begin to do my own taxes.
Like before TurboTax, how did anybody even do that?
Andrew, you said it. Just easing into the calls, trying to pick myself up by the bootstraps here today. And just, I see one other thing I wanted to do was have one of my girlfriends call. Because I say people, it's like one person complains and I take it to heart, but some girl on Twitter was like complaining that girls don't call. You know, what can I do? It's not my control. But, you know, we'll see. I have a couple girls I'm going to try to get on the horn today, just so people being that one person on Twitter, will get off my back. Could have a little more coffee cranking through my system, I'm going to be honest with you, but again, I feel like it's like imminent that I'm going to have to quit coffee at some point because I'm out of control.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Hello?
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 Hello? Are you part toad? Your voice
I am actually.
Your voice is deep as fuck, dog.
I don't know. Do you like it?
I don't know yet. Jury's still out. Can't tell if it's an affectation or if it's real. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boston.
Boston. My brother was stabbed there. He's fine. He's fine. It was a very small knife. It's another story for another time. But what is the meaning of life? What are we doing on this earth? What is a goal as a human being that I could have to give some sort of meaning or purpose to my life?
Smoke weed.
Oh, God. Sorry, I just threw my glass at the wall. You got any other ideas?
Are you getting a lot of these types of calls tonight?
What, people with deep voices talking about weed? You know what? I have an idea.
Yeah.
Here, let's put your voice to good use. Talk over this. What's up, caller? Caller?
Hello?
Talk! I'm giving you sexy music to talk over. No, are you scared? It's okay.
I am scared.
Go. Use that deep voice and say some stuff to the listeners. Don't just giggle. Use that deep voice and say something cool to the listeners. Go. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. He fucking choked, man. I was giving him an opportunity to shine and he choked. Come on, callers. You gotta be brave out here. If you're gonna make it an entertainment, you you have to be brave.
Call from.
It's Jake.
What's up? Who is this?
This is Jake.
Oh, Jake. Welcome to the party. What are you wearing, Jake?
I'm wearing a election t-shirt because I work in the elections department.
Oh,
at the Secretary of State's office.
Jake, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's all black too,
Oh, yeah.
so it's slimming.
Who do you think's gonna win? This podcast will be out by then.
I'm shooting for Obama. Not feeling that Mitt Romney so much.
So,
Do you think Pete Holmes listens to your podcast?
you know, I talked to him last night and I don't think he does, but we'll see. I co-hosted his 100th episode, or I interviewed.
I know, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Honestly, I don't know that I did a great job.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
I do tend to be hard on myself, but I'm a little worried that I undersold his, momentous occasion. I hope I did okay. He made a dig about my podcast, implying that it's just only guys that want to fuck me, which if you follow me in Pete's antagonistic relationship, this is not the first time that he implies my success is only because people want to fuck me. P.S. I'm not that fucking attractive, and I am pretty funny. So let's skew the old appraisal towards my sense of humor. Thanks. Anyway.
I don't know. I think you're doing pretty good right now, as far as comedy's concerned.
You think he's jealous?
So, maybe. I mean, what? Old Pete, you think he's going to get that late night show?
I don't know, We still don't know! Playing with my new sound effects. Couldn't be happier. But yeah, we just don't know. I feel like he's sitting around his house in his sweatpants freaking out. So,
Just waiting to hear.
Yeah.
Would you want to do something like that?
yes, I do.
Is that the next step for you?
Probably, yeah. I want to think of a cool idea. You know, there's one that I'm kind of working on that I'd like to do, and we'll see what happens, you know? Trying to keep it pause. It's hard in Hollywood where you see so many brilliant people create so many different things, and most of them fail, some do well. It's both inspiring and daunting.
Well, if I can leave you on one happy note, then at least you're not working for the state of California. You could look at it like that. I feel like you're having fun in life, Joe.
Thank you for love.
Call from
Mike Kowalski.
to accept.
Michael?
What's going on, Charles?
Were you bullied as a child?
No, I really wasn't. I was pretty well liked as a kid.
Great. Do you like cumin?
Do I like humans?
Cumin, the spice, C-U-M-I-N.
No, I really don't. I'm not into crazy spices.
Yeah, it sucks. What is the purpose of life? Do you think? Like, if I'm feeling lost, what am I here for? What is the point of, how do you give your life purpose?
Yeah, well, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in any sort of God or bullshit or afterlife.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you need to set up your own value structures and live your life whatever makes you happiest.
So what values as an atheist inspire you? I mean, what values do you live by?
Man, this is getting super deep real quick. What values do I live by? I just really value my family. So, like, just, man, this is going to sound super lame. But just giving out, putting love out in the world and making others feel good. You know, just taking care of yourself, taking care of others.
Right. I got it. But
okay,
I think
okay.
I
well,
like.
How are you doing? I mean, I feel like we talked a lot about my value system.
Hold up. Don't climb into the driver's seat just yet. I would like.
Sorry. I know it's your show.
I first want to comment on. I think all those values are good values, and I don't think that all people want to be better people, and I don't think all people would say that right off the bat. You know, I think that that's, you know, a positive and unique quality. So right off the bat, boom.
Nice. Thank you.
Does it bother you when people chew really loudly near you?
It really does, for a lot of reasons. I mean, that's just basic manners.
Right. Like, didn't someone teach you not to do that? Like, when you were smacking your food as a kid, didn't some parents say you have to close your mouth when you eat?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, those are like very basic manners. Like, my mom's a preschool teacher. I feel like those are manners that are like instilled upon you at such a young age. It's like not even questioned. So like, you know, like if you're coming in from outside, you shut the door behind you. If you're eating food, you eat with your mouth closed and you don't smack your food around. Yeah, totally.
But I'm consistently amazed by people who are even like very well-to-do. Like you would think they'd be like, you know, very refined manners or something. Yeah. Wealthy people who smack their food. Not that I'm saying, I guess that sounds like I'm saying like poor people are probably pigs and chew with their mouth open. I actually think it's to the contrary. I think people, like in my experience, like have better manners sometimes who came up with less money. I don't know if this is a stupid point I'm making, but
you know, I think that's kind of a dangerous generalization.
Yeah,
but,
most likely.
I see where you're going with that. I will say, Chelsea, money does not buy class. You know what I'm saying? Money does not buy manners.
She made a dangerous generalization on her podcast about the poor and the rich chewing with mouths open and mouths closed. Will it take her down? Will the podcast be destroyed by her rash thoughts shared with the public? Find out next.
Oh man, that is fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Playing with some new music options. Anyway,
Yeah, clearly.
everyone who's listening, I think from me and
Go on.
from me and my close friend Mike, we would like to say, don't chew with your mouth open. You know what,
Yeah.
Mike? There was someone in my show in Tacoma who was chewing nachos. I want to say 3 seats back from the stage, full mouth open. I could hear every single chip.
And did it throw you off your game? Like,
I
could
mean,
you get through your set?
it was extremely crazy to me. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
you are chewing your chips so fucking loud. And then because I brought it up, I felt, it was just, anyway, I don't want to even, give it too much
That's
attention.
not to dwell on the past. But yeah, that's
Right.
very frustrating.
But it's a turnoff. And wouldn't you say it's a turnoff? Like, I one time went to hang out with this guy and he was eating a salad and he ate it so piggishly that
geez.
I was like, this is going towards deal breaker zone.
Yeah, totally. I mean, again, it just gets back to like basic manners and like common human upbringing. Like, you just don't do that, you know?
Right.
You don't smack others in the mouth. You don't trip, short people walking by you, and you don't. It's
Whoa,
human rules of
you
living.
can't take away all my joys in life. No, but let me say something else. Secretly, like when you eat alone, I want to just say the caveat. If I eat alone privately in my apartment, I will eat like an animal. And
Jeez.
I don't care because no one's around.
Wow.
I might smack my food for me.
So you're saying when you're out in public eating with others, you need to consciously chew it. Oh my gosh, my sister's here. I need to go to dinner. But I'm going to go to dinner.
Okay, I'll trigger this button for you. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. Bye.
Call from
Brandon.
Brandon, what do you use in your mind and in your heart and in your soul to keep you motivated to move through your life?
Well, you know what, Chelsea, that's a real good question, but I really don't think there is a meaning to life other than the one you give to it, you know what I mean? Like,
Are you putting on a
basically,
little
like-
fake accent, or is that your actual accent?
I don't know, I just always speak with an affectation, sorry.
I didn't expect you to fold so quickly.
Yeah, no, I guess he called me on it, you know what I mean? You know, what am I going to do? Keep,
But listen-
going with it and pretending you didn't, so I'm not
Right.
a complete asshole, but...
Listen,
Yeah,
let me ask you, if you
I don't
really...
know. I guess I grew up one of those people, like, you know, I was always doing voices and stuff, and, like, so it's like, I don't even know what my real voice even sounds like, so
Right,
I guess
right.
this is about as close as it gets.
Okay,
you know?
let me circle
I'm really
back for a
uncomfortable
second,
being
Brandon.
sincere. What's that?
You said before you don't think that life has any meaning. How do you then motivate to get out of bed each day? Or to go...
Well, I just don't think there's any preset meaning, you know. I think that it's basically whatever you decide to make of it, you know, pretty much. Like, if I decide to get out of bed and just be a complete, like, you know, if I decide to not get out of bed and just watch TV all day today, then, like, I kind of need to be okay with that, not, like, you know, have this constant struggle inside with, like, oh, I should have done something today. Like, maybe that's the meaning of your life. Maybe today you're just meant to stay in bed and watch TV, and, like, you know, tomorrow you'll go out and think of the world or something.
Are you on a surfboard right now?
I'm on a what?
Are you on a surfboard right now?
No, why is that? Do I sound like I'm on some waves or something?
You sound chill as fuck. Very chill.
No, I'm actually kind of nervous, honestly. Like, my voice is a little shaky right now.
You're doing great.
Didn't pick up on that yet.
Where are you? I really feel like you must be in the chillest place of all the land.
Far from it. I'm in Riverside, Inland Empire. You know where that is?
But isn't that sort of chill?
It can be. There's chill people here, but for the most part, it's kind of like a Republican kind of town. I would say very non-chill.
Oh, do you pay your own taxes?
I work 2 jobs, so I mean, I guess so. And like, I pay rent and everything. So,
But you
I guess I'd
prepare
say-
your taxes?
What's that?
You prepare your own taxes, or you get someone else to do it?
No. Like, the last couple of years, I've been going to H&R Block, and I don't know. I'm not real impressed, but I think it's more just because, like, I filed wrong, so it's not really their fault, but I don't know. I gotta have somebody to blame, you know?
It is really hard, though, right? Like, I find it very daunting.
Well, it's probably harder for you. You've got like all these like showbiz jobs. You got to keep everything in order. You probably have like properties and stuff, you know, whereas I'm just like, you know, I just got to pay rent and work 2 jobs and it's mostly done for me. So it's not that difficult, but I feel like maybe there's some stuff I'm missing because like I haven't gotten much back the last couple of years.
I guarantee you, if I had whatever your jobs are, I would still be completely lost and overwhelmed. I can't do it.
It's good to know I'm not just a complete fuck up, that anybody else in the same situation would probably be handling it about the same.
You know, I got a fight with one of my friends today. What's the last thing you fought about with one of your friends?
I have a good buddy of mine, like he's like completely like just like getting blackout drunk every night, and I don't know, I just told him I'm not really gonna like fucking be around anymore if he keeps fucking his life up, because I can't really watch him kill himself, you know?
Wow.
Not to be on some downer shit on a comedy podcast, but yeah.
No, this is very apropos for a comedy podcast. A lot of drinking in the comedy scene. Well, that's pretty brave that you said that to him. Was it something that you had to build up the courage to say?
Sort of. I mean, I love this dude. Like, he's like my buddy for life, you know, so it's like hard, like, you know, but I've been watching like interventions and stuff, and it seems like you kind of just got to cut people off, you know, like you can't really just keep putting up with their bullshit and like, you know, enabling them, I guess. In other words,
that's
like
pretty
the other
cool.
night, like he was like got blackout drunk and just went out with some random dudes over by his house he doesn't even know, and like he got beat up and they stole his skateboard and stuff. So he's
so
like
you do skate?
He's kind of in a bad place right now.
You do skate, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I like to throw it down on the skateboard every now and again.
So
it's surfing that makes me feel good.
Surfing wasn't so far off. Is there?
No, I guess not. Maybe I just put those vibes out there. You know, I've never actually been on a surfboard. Like, I'm afraid if I do, like, it's gonna pop up and like hit me in the eyeball or something, like freak accident or something. So I'm not real stoked on sharks either. So
I'm not stoked on them either. Terrifying. Hey, do people still say like shred?
Shred? Yeah, that's definitely a term. Like, I tattooed on this dude I used to work with, like, shredding the gnar on his knee. For some reason, that seemed like a good idea to him. So, like, hey, whatever.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So people still definitely say shred. That is definitely an apropos term in the industry.
Great.
Are you skate at all? You're from the Bay Area. There's like a lot of skate culture up there. You do a little bit of skateboarding yourself?
Yeah, I was a pro skater, and then I decided to go into comedy.
Yeah, like that shit was just too whack. You're like, not exciting.
Yeah, and I was just sick of always getting kind of roughed up physically, and I just felt like I was sick of like just the lifestyle, you know?
Oh, totally. I feel you. You know, a lot of drama in the bed for sure.
Right. All right, well, listen, hold down the Inland Empire. At least it's got a dramatic name. Thanks for listening. You can call every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at 1-323-989-CHEL. That's 1-323-989-2435. You can go to callchelseaperetti.com. That'll take you to the Feral Audio website where you can donate to our PayPal. Also, please subscribe on iTunes if you haven't already. I'm going to be having a UCB show in Los Angeles, December 6th at 9:30. I'll also, in Valentine's Day weekend, be at Cap City in Austin. Let's get back to the show.
Call from
Aubrey Utopia.
Who?
To accept, press 1.
Hello?
Chelsea.
Did you say your name is Aubrey in Tokyo?
Utopia.
What's that, your last name?
Yeah, it's Italian.
Oh, it sounds like Utopia.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Do you love it?
I do.
Listen, Aubrey, I'm feeling lost in life. What do you think is the purpose of life? What gets you out of bed each day? What keeps you striving to be your best each day? What drives you?
Well, right now, watching all the episodes of my favorite TV shows.
And then that's just it. It's very simple.
Yeah, that's it. Once all my new shows end, I don't know what's going to happen.
So it's almost like entertainment is your religion.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't think...
And, to, like, help others and stuff. That's important, too.
That's cool. I mean, I was not really raised with the idea of helping others that much, I don't think. But you're the second caller who said that. I think that is really crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, I think...
Helping others to be happy makes you happy. usually.
Let me see. Oh, do you like the spice cumin?
The what?
The spice cumin.
Oh, cumin. I don't think I've ever. I've never used it myself. I don't know if I've ever had it.
Do you chew with your mouth closed, and does it bother you when people chew with their mouth open?
Yes.
Why do people do
I hate
that?
it when people chew with their mouth open.
Fucking shut up! Fucking shut up!
That's to the people chewing with their mouth open, not to you, Aubrey.
Exactly. Thank you.
It really is. And it's like, it's weird because it feels like there's no polite way to tell someone that they're bothering you when they chew with their mouth open. So you just have to kind of suffer through it.
I know. And I remember when I was a kid, like, I used to chew with my mouth open when I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Right.
My dad was like, fucking stop it. I mean, he didn't swear at me, but I was like, why? Who cares? And now I get it.
Yeah. It's like, I think some people just never were taught that. But yeah, I just think it's crazy. Likewise, I also think, you know, I have personal space issues. Like, I think it's crazy. For example, when I lived in New York, there'd be guys on the subway and they'd always sit with their legs very widely splayed, almost in a full splits, you know, and they'd be taking up a lot of space. And I always thought it was so inconsiderate, you know, and then like when I fly, there's some people who will just take the entire armrest that's shared and they don't seem to feel any sense.
I saw your tweet today. Read that.
Yeah, I mean, so are you aware of yourself in space?
I mean, yeah, I try to be. I try to be very self-aware and introspective, to be considerate toward others.
You're my favorite caller.
Wait, what is it?
It's an announcement that you're my favorite caller so far. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Thanks for answering.
Bye.
Hello?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Vanessa?
Yeah, it is. Vanessa.
Vanessa, how are you?
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa is a young lady who attends my UCB shows and has asked me to essentially adopt her on Twitter, as well as her brother or cousin or whoever, her whole family. She was in one of our episodes that we had to cut, so I told her to call back today, particularly because people are complaining, and by people I mean one person on Twitter, that I don't have enough females on the show. So Vanessa, yay! You're a female. How's life going? How's your studies? I'm always trying to encourage you to hit the books.
It's going great. Thanks to you.
Do you consider yourself, do you like how you've set up your room? Do you think you're good at setting up an environment that you want to be in?
Well, I share my room with my sister, so it's like whatever she goes by because she's older.
Uh-huh.
So my parents just listen to whatever she wants.
Well, does she have like posters on the wall? Like, what is she working with?
She has a big Marilyn Monroe poster in the room, and also I have a Beatles poster.
Beatles and Marilyn Monroe. You guys are really living in the now. Now, I went through a phase where I loved Marilyn Monroe, where I think a lot of girls do, because she's tragic. She was so beautiful.
I actually was about to get, well, not about to, but I actually wanted a tattoo of Marilyn Monroe, like the one that Megan Fox has.
I'm not familiar with all her tats, but why do you find her inspiring? She's kind of a tragic figure, you know?
Yeah, I sort of went with, like, I guess what everybody was into, which was her. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, yes, Marilyn Monroe.
Right. You know? So it's the idea of just being the most beautiful girl in all the land.
Yeah, and so I saw her movies, and then I found out what a whore she was.
Whoa. Actually, I've read a lot of biographies of her, and I don't think she actually, well, there's mixed things. First of all, I read that she was kind of frigid, which I thought was, you know, part of me kind of liked hearing that, right? Because you're like, okay, well, she's beautiful, but then she's kind of a cold fish or dead fish in bed. But then I also did read stuff about her, like sleeping with people in Hollywood when she was a young up-and-comer. You know what's really depressing about her is that she got a nose job and her nose was already perfect to begin with.
Really? I did not know that.
That's when you really cry yourself to sleep at night. All right. Well, listen, thank you for calling. Always lovely to hear from you.
Call from
Christina. Hello?
Hi, do you have 10? Hi, do you have me on speaker and a radio on and a TV on?
Not anymore.
Great!
Yay!
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Chow?
I don't know. Having a dark day. I'm having a dark day, but let me ask you, what is the purpose of life? How do you keep yourself going on a daily basis?
I drink a lot.
That was me throwing a glass of water at the wall. I don't drink. Any other solutions?
Well, I don't pray or anything.
That's fine.
Yeah. Do you exercise?
Yeah, that is a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, maybe like meditate?
But I don't really do it.
Oh.
I think that, exercise, meditation, those are the things, I do like to exercise. I go on a lot of night walks. Meditation I'll do if I'm in total dire straits. I'll do like a 5-minute meditation. I'll set the alarm and then I'll be like, ugh, I did it. But it's not like, like people in LA will be like, I just did 2 hours of transcendental meditation. I do it every morning. Oh my God, the other morning I did 3 hours and I didn't even realize it. And you're just like, oh, shut up. I don't think that's the spirit of meditation, is to go around bragging about how many mirrors.
No, you should be in peace and say, oh,
yes,
like you're floating or something. I think that's what you should do.
Where are you calling from?
I am in Delaware. Which I usually tell people I'm a half away from Philadelphia.
What's going on in Delaware?
Nothing. Well, it's 8 o'clock here. Oh my God, I'm such a Debbie Downer.
Oh my God, do you remember in Wayne's World? Did you see Wayne's World?
Yeah, they're like Delaware.
They're like, here we are in Delaware. I remember laughing so hard at that joke. Is there more to the story? Is Delaware as exciting as the music I just played for you?
Tax-free shopping. Yay! Oh, and according to The Simpsons.
What else? What's the other thing?
According to The Simpsons, we have a screen door factory.
But that's not real. You can't go off.
It's
like
just a joke that they did. That's all I remember.
Well, I mean, I don't know. What do you do in Delaware? Are you a student?
No, I work in banking. And I just turned 30.
Ooh, double whammy. Are you living life to the fullest? Are you living life to the fullest?
I am.
I feel very lost right now in life. What keeps you going every day? What gets you out of bed?
I would say my friends.
That's a good one.
And my family.
That's a good one as well.
They're awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the last thing? I had a fight with one of my friends today. I'm going to keep mentioning it, but not spell out who the friend was or what the fight was about. When's the last time you had a fight with a friend and what was it about?
Oh, God. Actually, it was pretty bad. I'm such a bad person. Sometimes I kind of flake.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of got on me about that.
And then instead of apologizing, you fought back with her?
I did. I mean, I don't want to be like forced to go out somewhere if I don't want to. So I kind of just bail.
Right.
I know it's bad, but
like, I think the way to avoid the flaking thing is to not make plans in the first place. And usually to do that, you have to realize like this person isn't a priority. And sometimes it's hard. I've had this problem before with friends where it's like, I just don't feel as close to them as they seem to feel to me. Like, have you ever had a friend who kind of refers to you as one of their closest friends, but you don't feel like they're one of your closest friends?
I hear you.
It's very awkward. Like, it's hard to, like, you almost feel like you have to have a friend talk with someone. Like, I'm not ready for that level of friendship or something. It's I guess there's a theme now in this episode of like, how do you tell people things without being rude? Like, one other topic I've been talking about is chewing with your mouth open, which I hate when people chew with their mouth open near me.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
Right? It's really irritating, but how do you tell someone to stop doing that? You can't.
Stop eating like a cow. I know. I just think they appreciate honesty. I mean, with the flaking thing, I should just be honest or,
right. But it's hard because what do you say? Honestly, I just don't really want to hang out with you that much. I mean, what reason did you give her?
Yeah, I just kind of just stay. Like, I've been having some issues, like some personal issues, and I've kind of been using that excuse, which I know is not that good either.
Trumped up personal issues, that old trick. You know, when everyone's like, your grandmother died again. Well, thank you for calling at this time.
Thank you.
Ding, ding, ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. It is really hard. It's like, it's hard for me to sometimes say like what I want or what I feel without being really rude. And maybe the thing is you just can't control other people and you just have to let people chew loud sometimes.
Call from
Ed.
Hello?
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi. Where are you?
I'm in the car.
Oh, where are you specifically in the United States?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Ooh, me too.
So my question is this.
Yes.
Do you want to go to the Clippers game with me tonight?
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you have 25 references of mutual friends? Wait, there's a horrible...
I don't think I can come up with that in short order.
Do we have any mutual friends that can tell me that you're not a murderer?
Probably, yeah.
Hello? Man, we have a tough connection, and this is... Clippers game is riding on this. Man. You see how technology both helps and hurts? Ladies and gentlemen, I guess I won't be going to that Clippers game. Let's see. Let me take this call.
Call from
Ethan.
Hello?
Hi. Is this Chelsea Peretti?
Yes. Are you quite nervous, slightly nervous, or very nervous?
What was the last one?
Very nervous.
Yeah, that one's it.
Okay, great. Well, listen, I have a pretty simple question for you. What is the meaning of life? How do you keep yourself going day after day?
I would say just look at I'm an optimist, I guess. That's how I get through my day. But I know there's plenty of people that aren't.
What do you do? What's your profession?
I just try to look at, like, the big question in this election, which, the election's tomorrow, is, are you better off 4 years ago than you are now?
Wait, I'm sorry.
And I just look at like every day, like how is every day better than it was yesterday?
Oh,
just little things.
Oh.
And I don't know. That's it. That's how I get through my day, I guess.
Is just trying to look at each day. How do I make the next day better?
Yeah, and not even how I can make it better, just how it is better.
Do you chew with your mouth open?
What?
Do you chew with your mouth open, or do you make a conscientious effort to keep your lips together when you chew food?
I don't eat in public.
Ever?
So, no, I have like really bad anxiety.
Whoa.
So I usually don't eat in public.
That is crazy. So you have never eaten in a restaurant?
No, I mean, I do. I will rarely eat out in public. I'm not a social butterfly.
Then I take back my jackpot sound effect. I thought you had crippling anxiety, and I wanted...
No, I do. I do have really bad anxiety, but no, I will occasionally, eat a candy bar in public.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty high stress because they have a lot of caramel, and they're kind of hard. They're phallic. That's a rough choice.
That is true.
Now, what other things do you get anxious about?
It's pretty much just an overall social anxiety.
Like, do you feel like when you go to a party,
which is, say that again?
When you go to a party, do you stand off to the side and you have trouble talking to people?
No, I stopped drinking about 2 years ago. And so I haven't really gone to any parties.
That's pretty cool, man. Congratulations. Here, I'm going to throw it.
Yeah,
I'm going to throw.
Well, but the downside is that I don't. That was a social clutch.
Right.
So crutch. So when I would go to parties, I would just get shit faced.
Mm-hmm.
But so now I can't even. Well, I go out into public. No, it's not too terribly distressing, but I don't go to parties now. I haven't been to a party in over 2 years.
I'm getting so anxious trying to figure out like the colorful part of your anxiety. I'm like trying to root around in there for the fun.
Well,
the
it's
centerfold.
Pretty much just people. It's people.
Right. But you know what? The drinking thing, it takes a while, right? It's like if you use it as a crutch, you have to learn how to walk without the crutches, right? So I'm sure it will get easier for you with time as you...
Well, no, the problem with that was, see, I also smoked a lot of pot, like a lot of pot.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you smoke pot and you use alcohol, when you use that as a crutch, then I lost friends when I stopped. What am I supposed to do with my friends now when all I used to do with them was smoke weed and drink? And so I don't know. So that it's a social, but those are social drugs. And so now I'm just anxious a lot.
Well, listen, I gotta say that it's all a matter of practice, right? And I think it's going to get better for you. I suggest therapy all the time to different people. And it's something that is a helpful tool. Some people need to be on meds. Some people don't. Exercise helps, right? Going to see action.
I went off my meds.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show.
I don't want to take any drugs.
Show at all.
I don't take caffeine.
It doesn't show.
I don't take any drugs at all.
It doesn't show at all. You seem pretty relaxed. You seem chill. You have a very...
I know, yeah. That's an act.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck. I know it's hard with anxiety, and I do wish you the best of luck. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye.
Call from. To accept, press 1. Call from.
Ed.
Ed?
Yes.
What's up?
Nothing. I got cut off.
Oh, okay. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Ed. You were just about to tell me, what is it that you do here in Los Angeles?
I'm a project manager.
For what does that mean? That's one of those job titles where I would nod to look smart, but I wouldn't know what that really means.
In short,
you sell drugs.
People do. No, I wish it would be more profitable. I basically make sure things happen. I schedule things. And
that is the craziest non-response. You make things happen, but is project manager, does that mean like construction? Like what area?
IT.
Oh, okay. I still kind of don't know what that means. Like that means in technology, you're managing projects.
Yeah, essentially the people I work for are trying to set up a new website, and I make sure that everybody gets what they want and everybody does what they're supposed to do.
Okay. It's like there's so many jobs that are just, they're not concrete in certain ways. It's hard to wrap your mind around. Now, Ed, I'm looking on Twitter. I see who you are now. You are a big comedy fan, right?
I am.
You're pretty active in the Twitter community.
I guess you could say that.
Who was the first comedian you ever saw?
I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, probably some people I saw in college.
Mm-hmm.
So Jon Stewart and Chappelle both played the college I went to.
That's cool.
And they were both great, so.
Was it a big venue that you saw them in? Were they already pretty famous?
Yeah, it was pretty big, but they kind of took control of it, so that was part of the impressive part of it.
How do you keep yourself going day after day, even though life is so challenging?
Willful ignorance.
How does that work on a practical level? You're such a big picture guy with generalities. I mean, I have been looking for that, but willful ignorance, like how do you will yourself to be ignorant?
I focus on minor tasks and accomplishing them.
That's good. Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do for a living, too, is make sure small tasks are done as part of the larger picture.
Right. Okay. Now, are you driving Are you driving to Staples Center right now?
No, I'm probably going to stop at home and change out of business clothes.
Now, do you have Clippers season tickets, or you just got tickets for this game?
I just got tickets last minute for the game.
Are you a fan of the Lakers and the Clippers, or just the Clippers?
I would be a Clippers fan ahead of the Lakers, but I'm a Celtics fan.
You're a Celtics fan? Oh, my God. So you're not a Lakers fan?
No, not at all.
That's the sound of all the drama between the Lakers and the Celtics.
That is true.
All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's a very bad connection that we have.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Uh-oh, looks like we're out of time. Goodbye.
Call from.
Marshall.
To accept, press 1.
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, Miss Peretti. What's going on?
Yes. How are you, Marshall?
I will be greater when my relief comes to get me off this clock so I can go home and get some reefer cranking through my system.
Whoa, everyone who calls in today is a straight up drug addict. I love it. Where do you work?
Yeah, it's funny too. I do smoke tree. I work for the
the government, and I work for a security company as my walkie-talkie goes off.
Oh, my God. Are you able to do great security while you're calling into a podcast?
Yes, I'm actually doing my rounds right now. Yeah, it's pretty much it's a low risk site. It's like unarmed security at this moment.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And now, do you enjoy working for the government? Is it as tough as people say?
It's a lot more paperwork than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the movies. I've been in for like 7 years, so it's kind of sucks, but it's better than having like a whack job with no benefits.
Right.
So I'm down with it.
What keeps you going? Okay, I'm having a dark day. What keeps you going on a daily basis and gets you out of bed in the morning?
Let's see. I'd have to say my daughter, I guess. That's the only thing I could think of.
How old is your daughter?
Positive-wise. 5.
Man, maybe I should have a kid. But let me ask, aren't you worried? And I worry about this with like all these environmental issues and things like that. Are you worried a little bit that the end times are nigh?
Even if it wasn't near the way things are going now, like prior to her being born, I was like, let me hurry up and have a daughter born on the south side of Chicago. That wasn't a goal of mine. She wasn't a planned pregnancy, but yeah, I agree that the way things look, it's looking crazy.
It's looking crazy. Do you feel that the end of the world could happen soon?
Oh, hell yeah.
It is weird, though.
Hell yeah.
Here's what I do, too, but then I also try to remember that there was a time when the bubonic plague was taking people out, and people thought during that time they're watching their friends and neighbors just die all around them. And they're like, this has to be the end, right? And then that was so long ago. Should I have a kid? Is that the only way to have meaning in your life?
Hell no. I wouldn't recommend having kids.
All right, great.
By no means.
Okay, great. I won't. Well, thanks for calling.
Thanks for having me.
Ding, ding, ding. Looks like we're out of time. Goodbye. All right. Well, I've learned a lot. Let's see what if any voicemails give me any other clues into how to structure my life.
Hi, Chelsea Peretti. This is Robin. I'm a journalist on the East Coast, actually. Mm-hmm. And you should call me just because, no, I'm not doing a story on you. I just really like your style. I really like the things you've worked on, and you're really funny. And I actually want to get tips on how to be a little bitchier. I know, you say that being darker and edgier is just more natural. Being nice is a little more natural, but I don't think it's very good for me. So I'd love to talk to you.
Okay, she's about to give her number, so I'm going to stop it. But I think everything I've learned about how to be unkind to others in the recent years has been through airport personnel. I would recommend hanging out in an American Airlines terminal if you want to learn how to be a straight up bitch to other people, be unkind and assume the worst of them. United and American Airlines are great places to just get a mentor, and really be taken under their horrible, broken wings. Journalist, side note, what publication? Or are we talking a self-pub? See? I'm teaching you how to be bitchy. That is a crazy thing. I guess I do have a lot to teach people in that regard. Although when it comes down to telling someone not to chew loud, apparently I can't do it.
Hey, Chelsea, it's Stephen Yates. Making some progress on the Chelsea drinking game. When you're listening to the PCast, which sort of sounds like a Golden Showers reference, anytime you can take a drink anytime Chelsea uses curse words, makes a coffee reference, makes a food reference, calls somebody her favorite caller, introduces a new sound effect, uses a made-up abbreviation, or gets a staged call from a friend or a relative,
staged?
Like
Eat a dick.
Your little nephews or Nick Kroll. So far, that's all I've got. Still waiting for you to drop your first Pete Holmes reference.
It happened this episode.
And that's it. That's as far as I've gotten. So as I come up with new rules to the drinking game, I'll let you know.
Well, keep me posted. I would say that's pretty accurate. And also for this episode, you could drink every time I hit the applause button, which was 585 times. We just tallied it. The calls aren't staged. That was the only part of that I did not respond to positively. But other than that, I give it a 100 dings.
Hi, Chelsea. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I live in London, so I can't call at the regularly scheduled time because it's past my bedtime. But I wanted to say great show. I wanted to represent the females, listeners, and try to get on the show. And I also wanted to say I was so grateful to find out that the guy who I thought was Chance, your ex-boyfriend, turned out to just be your friend playing a joke, because I was listening to that podcast on the subway with a very concerned look on my face, like, why would she ever date a guy named Chance? And he's horrible and he won't stop talking. But luckily it was all just a hilarious joke. So keep up the good work. Good stuff. Love ya. Bye.
That's funny. Well, I mean, Chance is loosely based on a composite of people I have dated, unfortunately. But yeah, that one in particular was Nick Kroll. I was so disappointed. I was hoping for an English accent out of that English caller, but very quickly it was clear that was not gonna be in the cards. Or shall I say, it wasn't in the cards. That's my favorite accent to do. I'm sorry, there have been some delays. If they made announcements at the airport like that, I would be fine with any delays. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, there are some delays. It's like Bill Cosby's / English.
Hey, Chelsea. This is Nicole. I'm calling to say I'm listening to your last episode, and fuck everyone who says you have to be nice. Like, no one is your fan because they want to hear you say a bunch of nice things and not make fun of people. You make fun of people. You're like, calling into the show is like going to a Don Rickles show and sitting in the front row. You're going to get made fun of. That's awesome. I'm super excited for you to make fun of, like, just everything about me. Okay, bye.
That's interesting because I don't really see myself as Don Rickles. Like I think what's happening on the show is I'm actually genuinely trying to connect with people, and it happens in rare flashes. But what's troubling for me as a person when I try to connect with others is I frequently don't. And that's where I think the entertainment value maybe comes from. But also I think it comes from when I actually find interesting things and laugh with someone I don't know at all, you know? So I don't know about Don Rickles. Actually, I don't know his material well enough to know what exactly he does fully on stage. But I thought he insults everyone. Anyway, whatever. This is a message from the guy who made the Coffee song.
Hi, this message is from Chelsea. This is Kojak. I just got back from playing in traffic. I was actually trying to get record a sound of horn from the car so I can make a beat out of it for our next song that's going to be so hype that the people ain't ready. But anyways, I stubbed my toe, but before I did that, I got some good samples. So we're going to have another hype song coming on next week. So you can tell all your listeners that it's going to be mad hyperdelic. And if you want to call me, my number is call code GC 1-900. I'll let your boy.
You guys, we have a new song in the works, as Kojak just said in plain English, pertaining to traffic. Very excited for that to come out. Oh, yeah. So many calls today. Some of them good, but most of them just okay. I asked you how to live life, and you gave me some of your answers. I guess I will continue to strive to be a better person. I'll live in the specific tasks like a project manager. And I will try to make some friends because you guys said that helps. I'll also try to learn to love more of my family members. and listen to more comedy, even though I hate most comedy. See, I prefer dramas. Like Mad Men. I'm not even being sexy anymore. I'm doing like weird spoken word. Anyway, one thing's for sure. We have a few new hot sound effects in the mix. And Delaware really got a full service treatment today. We love you, Delaware. You sexy ass bitch. Delaware, you're a sexy ass bitch, Delaware. Della, what are you wearing? Ew, that's my mom's name. Alright. We get the gist.